producer. All right, 1 second.
Kyle did kind of just disappear. Oh, he's back. Hey, okay, we're here. The commentator monitor went out, so we're just watching from Kyle's feed. Okay, here we go. Having yellow Inkling into Pac-Man is funny because you just don't know when he has ink on him or not.
I didn't even think about that.
It's like the same shade. You just have to look at it. At his, not even his gloves. You have to look at his boots.
Why are we nerfing ourselves?
You gotta view the Tims.
The Tims, that's crazy. Yeah, you gotta check out the Tims that Nick has on later. Ink District.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me.
No. What are those? Anyway.
Man, can I commentate with someone else?
Can we get the backup commentator?
Right, getting into the game. Key is online. I genuinely don't know how these two characters will interact with each other because I feel like both of them can play. I mean, they're offensive and defensive against each other.
They're interacting more than I thought they would be. Nice little conversion with the down air up smash, and what a catch on the down air. It's the one weakness that move has, which is a very good move at usually catching landings, but finally just a little aggressive in the corner. JuiceGoose.
I think there might actually be grounds to stand on for Fiji to play aggressive here rather than patient, because if you continue to rush down the Inkling, then what do they do? They have to get good hits. They have to win neutral in order to get their ink back.
Yeah, I guess you have to be mindful of getting grabbed, usually speaking, but at these higher percentages, like, that's not going to kill. You're not too worried about that one, so I can definitely see it. But that's also not really Fiji style. And when you're playing a character that is as deep and brooding as Pac-Man is, you kind of have a choice with what you're able to do, how you want to play. There's a nice little setup there with the apple. Fiji strikes first.
I think that was a Z drop too.
Yeah, little Z dropped apple.
Not getting one of those. I didn't know that was an interaction. Did you see that? Okay, so Fiji threw the orange or whatever, and JuiceGoose neutral beat it, and then it like slowly started like going back because of the wind hitbox, I think.
No, you have that.
It's like
I would not like oranges in my fruit clap.
Well, now that they have all that like yellow paint on them, nuh-uh.
Nope. I want a fresh one.
Yeah.
Can you get it from the back? Falling up air from Fiji. Not capitalizing on it too much.
I feel like Fiji was looking for a back air there, but I got beat out by, I think that was forward air from JuiceGoose.
It just wasn't super confident in hitting that landing upper in the first place. I mean, both of these players right now are scrapping in a very strange way. Like, they're just kind of throwing out moves and hoping that it hits. It feels almost like Brawlhalla. Or kind of just flailing around in neutral a little bit until someone gets the good opening. But finally, we get to play a little more conventionally because we're at percents where Bell becomes prominent. And oh my goodness, the clink.
But yeah, I do want to note, they've been keeping this game so even. Like, there has not been a singular time where either of them was like notably in the lead for an extended period of time. I know this is early in the set, but even just within the spectrum of the game, we truly have like two equals fighting each other, and that's what it feels like, at least.
Yeah, there's a reasonable possibility that this game could end up going to time, so 5% separating the two could be big. I'm surprised we're going for down smash there, but probably like wanted to guarantee the hit with the water. Still, though, Inkling being able to live more and actually using the water to get more damage with that jab as well. 10% separates our players, and we've only got 2.5 minutes left on the clock, and still 2 stocks on the board.
Yeah, because for as much of these characters like interacting, once it comes time to kill, because both these players can.
They struggle to kill raw.
Yeah.
Like, Pac-Man needs the bell, and Inkling needs the up throw up air, kind of. Fiji finally manages to take the stock, but it could mean nothing here if we don't get just a couple of hits in there to secure the lead.
So we got a third dash attack. No.
2 minutes left on the clock. That hydrant bouncing around all over the place, but Fiji having the tools to be able to stall it out, and now is actually going to be playing more aggressively, like you were saying. Once it comes to kill percents, you can't really do it, but now that we actually have the lead and Inkling has to approach, has to really commit to get that kill, this is where Inkling begins to struggle a whole lot.
Yeah, because Fiji's sitting, well, not pretty at 170, but sitting at 170%, still has another stock to go, and JuiceGoose has no answer for it, is going to get caught by that F smash. Didn't quite go to time, but we did go to a minute and a half.
Yeah, a game whose second stock lasted 4 minutes straight, just the final one getting absolutely dominated by Fiji, because I think what ended up happening was the game was close, and then JuiceGoose was like very trying to commit to getting that kill, was like throwing out forward air after forward air after forward air, and it wasn't working. Or just throwing ourselves into that situation over and over again.
But it's weird that it went that long, and it just kind of goes to show the unique properties of these characters, because they weren't camping necessarily. There was a lot of approaching going on all throughout that game, but when it came to killing, it just, because it felt like
they kept hitting each other, but they were living the 170, 180 consistently.
Yeah. And staying there for like literal minutes. Because neither of these two characters really have that raw kill power.
Oh my goodness, I love that fastball from JuiceGoose to get that grab up in there, but oh my goodness, Fiji looking for the early kill.
That is...
off the ledge. No way! We're asleep at the wheel!
That's gonna happen against Fiji, because Fiji loves going for those F smashes. Just whenever he thinks that they're gonna hit, they'll hit. They'll go for them. Like, we've seen this time and time again with Fiji. It's just, I don't even know what it is. Some secret third sense that Fiji has. It's just like, oh, F smash will hit here. Watch. Yeah, and even when it doesn't, it's still close.
Yeah, it's pretty safe to go for, and like the biggest risk that you had in that position was getting get up attacked. That being said, though, JuiceGoose is slowly starting to bring it back just a little bit, but it's also the prime time where we were struggling last game. Is like, how do we actually get that kill? Forward tilt ekes through for Fiji to swat him away, and 84%, that's pretty high for Inkling.
That was online.
Yeah, we're gonna have the strawberry out once again. Gonna try and get that bell online. Mixes it up with the melon, but Fiji continuing to put on the hurt and actually almost going around the world in terms of that percentage. JuiceGoose, how do we find that kill?
Bell back, not gonna lead into anything. But yeah, it is, because we've seen Fiji around this percentage, like, with every stock. It feels like Fiji always gets to like 170 before finally kicking the bucket for the stock.
And it feels like at the current moment in time, and I mean this with no disrespect to JuiceGoose, right? But it's just that they're outplaying them, better playing them just in general. Kind of figured things out towards the end of the last game, took a little longer than usual to adapt. But once they kind of figured out like where the pain point was for JuiceGoose, it's like, oh, you really have to commit to get kills. And this is where Fiji is just beginning to shine, continuing to slowly mount the pressure and make sure that you don't get to play the video game.
Yeah. JuiceGoose, at the very least, not getting 3 stock. Was able to find that down tilt, which I didn't even know killed. But I mean, it was at like, what, 180? So, something had to.
Yeah, that's a very high percentage and a lot of rage to have on PAC-MAN to be living to in the first place. Now we just get to start the whole game plan over again, and I feel like PAC-MAN just has the better early percent game as well with tools like Gallica. I mean, it's really taken a lot out of JuiceGoose to keep up even as much as they are.
And I like Fiji's, like, I don't want to call it impatient defense, but approaching while still, like, choosing the correct times to shield.
Yeah, it's kind of like the mindset of something like Smash 4 neutral, or just dashing up and shielding and getting ready, because it's like I mentioned earlier, Inkling is going to want to get a lot of grabs, but like, what do you get off of that per se. You want to play more and more neutral interactions, so eating like 20 or 30% isn't the end of the world, especially when you're up by this much. Like Inkling, when you are behind as Inkling, things can begin to tumble down very, very fast. It's really hard to find that X Factor opening to get in there.
It's so funny just watching Inkling neutral be the fruits. Just no, away.
Be gone.
It's just the angle it takes.
I will not eat my vegetables and fruits.
And bells.
Okay, well, that one makes a little more sense. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to eat a metal bell. No way that sure, that's the direction that it sends. I'm always learning something new when I'm watching Pac-Man. And what I've learned today is that you don't want to play Pac-Man Inkling.
Yeah.
It did not seem super fun for JuiceGoose to be able to get in there, and once Fiji had it figured out, that was over. That was over.
Yeah, I mean, and that was just quintessential advantage that Fiji was playing there, and that's really what allowed him to really run away with all of his stocks, even at such high percents. It's